Hi, this is a mini video lecture about how to extend or develop your SPSE essay. This is for the course EL202, English 4 course at Kadir Has University, and this is Başak speaking. Now, as the title of the PowerPoint here suggests, we assume that you are already familiar with writing SPSE essays. You have previously written 250-word essays, 300-word essays, and now you will be asked to write a more developed SPSE essay, around 500 words, which of course requires some development in terms of the content, organization, and format of your essay. So this is what we'll be looking into in this video lecture. I'm planning to have this video lecture in 3 parts. The first part will be about how to design your paragraph content and organization. The second part will be about the general reminders that you have to keep in mind when you are writing an SPSE essay. And the third one will be about how to provide in-text citations when you are writing an essay. Actually, it's any essay, but here the focus will be on writing an SPSE essay. So let's move on with part 1, which is about the paragraph content and organization that you're all familiar with because you have already written very good 250-word essays so far. Okay, before we start writing our paragraphs, what we should be doing is thinking of a title for the essay. You can add the title later on, but don't forget to put your title, because without a title, there is no link for the reader, for your reader to walk into your essay. Most of my students provide me with a title, but well, it's questionable how good those titles are, because when we're thinking of a title for an essay or for any kind of writing, we need to have some concerns in our minds. Will it attract the reader? Will it be interesting? Is it representative of the scope of my essay, or is it something too specific or too general? So it's not very easy, to find a proper title for an essay. Well, I'm suggesting 3 criteria for your SPSE essay titles, or any title in general for any text you're providing. The first one is, it should attract your reader's attention. It should be something interesting. It should make the reader want to read your essay, to go into your essay, maybe to question things, to search for solutions. The reader should be triggered, and the inquisitive mind of the reader should be triggered in a way so that the title attracts the reader into the text itself. Another criterion is the essay title should be representative of the scope of your essay. So maybe we could link this one to the third one. It shouldn't be too specific or too general, because if it is too general, then it is not on the topic you are writing about. It is about some more general thing, and which makes it irrelevant to your text. Your text and the title should complement each other and should reflect each other. So make sure that the title is not too specific or too general. Well, here are some titles written by my students this semester. Well, let's take a look at them. The SPSE assignment was on sustainability and engineering, and these are the titles that my students came up with. The new solution, sustainability. What do you think? Is it a good title or not very good? I would say, for example, this is too general, because we can look at the problem of sustainability from many different fields, many different perspectives. So it doesn't really say anything about engineering, and it's all too general, I think. Sustainability and engineering, well, this is again the general theme, but well, this is too general, and this is the topic that I gave them, that I assigned them to. So I asked them to write something about sustainability and engineering. You know, it's not well, when you're thinking of a title, your title should be specific to your text, but all students could, for example, use this text, sustainability and engineering, all students, because they were assigned this topic, they were assigned this phrase. So it is too general and it is not specific to the text that it belongs to. A Sustainable Future and Challenges of Engineering was the title of one of the reference texts that they were given. So it is just a copy-paste of another text's title, which is not, I think, very proper in this case. It should be your title. It shouldn't be it shouldn't belong to any other text that you're referencing or you're not referencing. A Sustainable Future is again focusing on sustainability, but says nothing about the specific topic or the specific perspective, which is engineering. Sustainable energy. Well, this could be, because when you look at the relation between sustainability and engineering, one of the main points discussed there, one of the specific points is sustainable energy. So, yeah, maybe the student could say sustainable energy. A shortcut to a better world, sustainable engineering. This could be one of the good titles. We know it's about sustainable engineering. We know it's about sustainability and engineering, and we are also, in a way, implied. We're also given the basic theme, the basic approach of the text, which is sustainable engineering leads to a better world. So this could be a good title. Sustainable development for a better future. This is again sustainable development is not explicitly directly about engineering, but sustainable development concept is a very frequent concept used in the field of engineering. So yeah, this could be one of the good titles. Let's move on to the first paragraph, introduction and situation paragraph. Well, as I told in my previous videos, you could write introduction and situation paragraphs separately as well, if you like. Well, most students prefer writing a single paragraph for introduction and situation, but don't forget that the name of this paragraph is introduction and situation paragraph. Introducing something, introducing a topic, and writing about a situation are two different things. You can put them together, you can integrate them, they are very relevant, but please make sure that your first paragraph, if you are integrating them into a single paragraph, then your first paragraph has introduction and situation, both of these things. First, you introduce the theme or topic of your essay in a very general way. So if you're writing about, for example, food security, first you tell us about what food security is. You introduce your essay. and you introduce the topic. Then give the definition of the concept. You could give the definition of the concept in any other part of the text as well, where it's relevant, but I think it is best to give the definition of the concept here at this point, because if your reader does not know the meaning of the concept, is not familiar with, for example, what sustainability is, or what sustainable fashion is, or what food security is, then it's not possible for the reader to move on in your text. So I suggest that you provide your reader with the definition of the key concept, or the basic concept, or the basic concepts if it's more than one concept, here at this initial stage of your writing. So from now on, your reader will be able to figure out what you are talking about, what you're writing about. Okay, so this is the introduction of the theme, the topic, and the definition of the concept. And then comes the situation. The situation is the background of the problems that you will be discussing in the following paragraphs. You don't have to, you don't even have to state or underline that this is causing a problem. You may or you may not tell us that this situation is causing a problem. For example, I have read many essays where students were really trying to keep themselves at a distance from the problem at first. They stated that there is a problem, and they stated there are some background factors, but they tried to be as objective as possible. And later on in the text, they revealed how this is causing a problem. So you may be even sort of objective at this stage of writing about the situation, or you may point at it directly as something that causes problems, disasters, etc. So situation is shortly a background of the problems that you will be discussing in the following paragraphs, and then you write a thesis statement. A thesis statement is saying what you will be focusing on in this essay. Here is a sample introduction and situation paragraph on human resource management. This was an SPSE essay on human resource management. And let's take a look at it for a moment. As you will see here, we have the introduction and we have the situation, and here we have the meaning of human resource management, because this essay is about business, about the field of business, which the readers may not be familiar with. So there is a very short quotation about the definition of this word, of this concept. Now, here there's a citation of the source. You can have a direct quote about the definition, or you can just offer your own definition to the concept. You may have some definition in your mind. If your texts have it and you want to use them, you're welcome. If you don't want to use them, then you can suggest your own definition to the concept, the key concept. And then we have the thesis statement. This essay looks into the problems in the field of human resources management and suggests some reasonable solutions to it. Okay, this is all for now.